So Ted, I want to welcome you here to the ESPN3 studio at Walt Disney World. As you know, it's a great facility, and we're looking forward to working with the Atlantic Sun on our upcoming challenge.
Well, Rich, thanks for inviting us, and we have a good relationship with ESPN as well, and the ability to put some basketball games for our men and our women here in our footprint, and I know you've got a great relationship bringing your teams down to Disney. It seems like a great opportunity and good experience for student athletes, but also today's environment to get good basketball matchups for our teams. I think it's going to be good for both sides.
Well, our relationship going on 20 years began because we were looking for sites for our fall championships where we could get out of some of the bad weather up north that often plagues those championships at a time when we didn't have the all-purpose fields we now have with the AstroTurf. So we were looking for an option there. And we also wanted to give our full range of teams an opportunity to be in postseason. Oftentimes in the mids, you'll find that the same 4 to 6 teams are always in the top part of a bracket in any given sport. But we wanted to give, at that time, all 10 teams an option to come down at least once in a graduation cycle and have a championship experience, not unlike what we do with basketball every year. So that was the genesis of that. I actually saw an ACC men's game here one year, and that led me to think that this could be a good option for us. And as far as the genesis of this event, Ted and I have worked together on any number of projects over the years, and it was a natural thought of mine to think about the Atlantic Sun when we started talking about putting an event together at Disney. It happens that the expansion of facilities here on the complex has allowed some more openings in the schedule for the basketball facility. So we took advantage of that, piggybacked on Avocare as far as setup, and Ted and I talked about it, and he was gang-ho on getting on board with this. So I think it works for us all.
For our footprint, obviously, Stetson's going to be in the men's inaugural. They're not far away, so maybe they can bring some fans, but also the opportunity to have that neutral site game that doesn't require a 2-year commitment for a home and home and negotiating out whether there's any guarantees, to have a game on your schedule without a financial commitment. And as you've set the model, we've kind of used the same formula for providing some housing and transportation for the teams. They get to come to an event and enjoy it without having to staff it and pay the extra fees that some of those other events might have. So I think it's a good financial model, and it should be a great experience. And hopefully the coaches then become our best advocates. You know, let the students and the coaches say they had a great time, and you ought to do it.
Well, the student-athlete experience is important, and it's something we always stress. And then the fan experience for family members that want to come down. It'll be the weekend before Thanksgiving. So if people want to make a long weekend and maybe stay in Florida through Thanksgiving, they'll have that opportunity. And it also helps us because ESPN and the Disney sports people are going to allow us to set up using the Avocare courts that'll be put in place for the tournament that starts after ours. So we get a lot of cost savings and a big-time atmosphere and a great place for fans and families.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pluses there as far as being a destination that you know you're going to play 2 games, you know what time the games will be scheduled, so you can schedule the rest of your activities around it and enjoy all that Disney and Central Florida have to offer. And as you said, Thanksgiving time for your footprint's not a bad time to come south.
Well, this winter, any time is a good time to come south. But we always appreciate having the opportunity of coming down here with our friends at Disney. They really do put on a great time for our athletes. And I think you'll get to enjoy it as well. It's very special. And as we look at this in the future, there's nothing to say we can't grow it further. I think it allows us that option. And if the majors keep playing each other more and allowing less non-conference games against mid-majors, then we have to be proactive in looking at options that help our level. And I think this is a step in that direction. For further information, look up the MAAC at www.maacsports.com.
You can find the ASUN at asunsports.org. We'll see you in November
of 2019.
That's right, Rich. See you then.